Okay.
Then we need a scale for the x-axis as well. Okay, x-axis you've got actually, which is units. Label that bottom.
Units.
Yeah, units. Units brackets in thousands because it's remember it's 4,000, 8,000. So just no, unit isn't dollars.
Oh, sorry.
Units is just units. Okay. So just units in thousands. Okay. Right, then along the y-axis, you're going to write costs / revenue, and that'll be in dollars, again in thousands. Okay, with this one, let's just work out scope. What was the maximum that we sold? 36,000. 36,000 units times 5.25 gives you 189,000 rand or dollars. So 189,000 will need less than that. So maybe 200,000. How many lines do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, okay, there's more than 20. So if each line is, let's just do that working again, it was 36,000 times 5.25 gives you 189,000. So we need at least 200,000. So if each line is 10,000, 10 times 20 lines is 200,000, that's fine. Make each line 10,000. Yeah, so 10, 20, 30, 40, okay, then that'll be enough space.
Because I already looked at that now, so can I just
maybe just do one more and then you can start. Okay. Right. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to put our cost there. Okay, so what is the first cost that you have?
fixed cost?
Good. Do fixed costs change? No. So we're going to put a straight line right across like that. Okay, label that line fixed costs. Okay, then we need our selling price. What is our selling price?
5.25.
Yes, 5.25. So we need points on the graph for that. So how many points do we need to draw a straight line?
2, at least.
Yes, at least 2. Flat line. Okay, at 60,000. Okay, then we need the revenue. So revenue equals selling price, SP, times units. Okay, we know that our revenue is 5.25. So 5.25 is the selling price. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get 3 points just in case. Okay, let's use units. Let's make the units 0. Let's make the units. Let's just go back to your diagram, just so we can put a nice point on. At the bottom you've got 4, 8. Let's do 8,000, and then let's do, let's use at the bottom there 40. Let's use 40,000. Okay, right. So in terms of units, if I sell no units, how much revenue am I going to have?
Units and revenues, what you'd use for your selling price line.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I going to use for revenue? The selling price and the number of units.
I'll write this down somewhere. Okay, I wrote it.
Revenue equals selling price times units, like I wrote there. These are just my workings.
Okay, so here we've got units.
think I can actually draw it here instead of swapping to the other page. Yeah, I'll draw it here.
So units we had 0, 4,000 and 8,000.
8,000 and 40,000.
So these are just, you choose any random points?
Just random points just so I can get the line, that's all. I just want a nice, straight, accurate line.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get those values. 0 times 5.25
0.
is 0. Okay, next one. 8,000 times 5.25 is 42,000. And then the last one, 210,000. Okay, so let's put that on your graph. 0, 0, put little dots, small dots. 0, 0. Okay, then we've got 8,000 units, 42,000 revenue. 8,000 units, 42,000. Okay, then put 40,000 units, 210,000. Join the dots, one straight line. Join those two dots, because yeah, rub out that dot that you drew there. I don't think the dot's accurate, yeah. I think it's a bit off center.
So here's 8 over here, and then
42.
42.
Is it there? Okay. Is it straight? It should be straight unless the graph paper is a bit skew. Oh, it is quite straight. Rather draw it all the way to the 0. Yeah, that's better. Okay.
It should have been.
It's the graph paper, yeah.
8.5.
Okay, it's the graph paper, don't worry. It's just the scale that we're using. Right, but our 40,000 and our 21 is
2 points is probably best.
Yeah, okay, so let's just keep it as 2 then, and then label that line. What is that line called?
Selling price.
Revenue. Yeah, total revenue. Or revenue is fine. Okay, good. So you've got that line. Now we need the total costs. Okay, so now total costs need to take your variable costs into consideration. Okay, so let's write down this on the side as working BC. What were our variable costs? Let's go.
Sorry?
Variable costs.
Variable costs.
Yeah, I need variable to get total. So what were my variable costs? 0.5 plus what else? 0.75 plus 0.25. Okay, if I add up those three, what do I get? Let's check. Ooh, paste. Okay, I get 1.2, 1.5. Okay, so 1.5 is what? It's the variable cost per unit. Okay, so then I need to times this by the number of units. Okay, so that's the slope basically. Okay, so if you look at my graph, you can see that I've got a revenue function. If I want the total cost function, the total cost function is going to start at the fixed costs, and it's going to go up. Okay, so that was the revenue. And then this would
So
be
you
the
said
total cost.
1.5 times what? Times?
Times the number of units, whatever the number of units are. Okay,
What do you mean by that?
if I have 1 unit, 2,000 units, 3,000, because remember I've got more units at the bottom. And I've got revenue at the top on the left. Revenue or costs. Right? So if I've got more units here, if I'm looking across the line, then obviously I'm going to be multiplying by the total, right? Okay, so for example, if you're looking at 0,
just basically draw a line from here.
but the line needs to be accurate.
Okay, so how do you make the line accurate?
We need to sketch the line. So what is the break-even point? Let's put that point on.
And then go through the break-even point.
Yeah, what was the break-even point?
Break-even point?
16,000 units.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's your 16,000 units?
16 is here.
There's your 16,000 units, right? Okay, so if 16 is there, and then draw a line through that point. Okay, so then you need a flat line. This flat line is the total cost.
So to go from
the fixed costs across. Yes. Yeah, and then that line you would label it total costs in brackets, fixed plus variable. You can just say VC plus FC or F plus V. Okay, good. Right. What do we need to do? We needed to shade. Okay, what did the instructions say?
When you did this, you didn't add fixed costs. Okay, just
no, you don't add fixed costs because the variable costs are separate and it depends on your. Yeah, your fixed costs start at 0 at 60.
What did you want me to do?
Just the top question. What did it say? Just read the question again.
Okay, clearly identify the area of profit.
Okay, that we haven't done. So profit is that revenue greater than total costs. Okay, so you'd be highlighting this area.
Revenue greater than total cost.
Yes. So this area over here. Let me highlight it. Yeah, this you need to shade in. The lines here. The lines between this point. Okay, this triangle,
okay,
that shape.
Just the triangle.
Yes, just the triangle. That's the area that you make a profit. Okay, that's where the business makes a profit. Right, what else did they say? So we've done that. Clearly identify the area of profits.
Okay, the area of loss.
Okay, then that's the opposite. Area of loss is this area.
Okay.
Okay, so then do that for this side at the bottom here. That's the loss-making area. Yeah, the break-even point you showed. Did you label it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Anything else, or was that it?
That's it.
Great. And that was for 7 marks. Nice question.
State 3, limitations of break-even analysis.
That's straight from the textbook. Limitations of break-even charts. There we go. You can choose any of these. It's going to reference a page. There's how many bullets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 bullets. You can write how many do they want? 3. Any 3. Okay. Even the heading there. Limitations of break-even graphs. Page 318. Yeah, so with break even, obviously you're looking at the right word would be a perfect, it's almost like perfect in a way, because you're not providing for like consumers' tastes or like in economics, you kind of looked at things like that, other factors that would affect the graph. So these are straight lines. In reality, these lines aren't straight. The lines would be curved. They might spike in certain areas or drop in certain areas, so it depends. I would just use the theory in the textbook and write down 3 of the 6.